Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Cowmerica. You can hear the sound of cows chewing their cud in my beautiful cow barn. So what we have right now is a farm that's in need of mowage. We got our trucks all backed in here, cows ready to go. $80,000 in the bank. I'm sure I have a huge loan. I don't remember what it was. And here we go. Here is our field. It's oats. It's been harvested. We could pick up the straw, but we've also got to do grass and then pick up the grass and hay. And so I'm going to look here for the next move. We're going to mow. I'm going to mow this. Get that all taken care of. And then we will collect that. We're going to make mow and hay. We're going to make grass for our silage pit and hay. Falls the cows. Mower. How big is the tedder that I got? Good, this is about right. Okay. We got our Merge Max windrower, which is sweet. Do I want to use? I'm trying to figure out which tractor I want to use. All right, we're going to grab our smaller case tractor for the mowing portion. I don't think I need that much power to. Oh, you know what, though? This has got the American attachments, which means, yeah, it's not going to go do it. So got to do the big tractor. Ugh. At some point, I'm going to have to get a dedicated mower. Tried to find one, but there was nothing available on the market with, you know, all the shortages. It ain't easy finding stuff. Speaking of shortages, I was looking at my car, which I love, and I don't want to sell, but I got an offer from Kia for a buyback, and that car right now with the miles that I have on it is going for like $28,000, and I only owe $14,000 on mine, and I'm just like, maybe I should sell. Oh. Like the frugal part of me is like, sell it. But then again, you have the other problem of I don't have another car, so if I did that, I'd have to find something cheap that was in good condition, and that's never an easy task. So I'm just going to leave it as is, but it's a little tempting to make a profit on a used car. Because it would be a profit. It would actually be a plus. In the plus category. I'm not that stupid. So I don't know. But cars have just gone, they're still nuts. Like, I guess around here anyway. All right, so we're going to toggle work mode. Hit that. All right. Front mower on and lowered. And we need to change the back ones. Is it? No. That's open. That's closed. That's what I want. So what I'm doing is making winky hay. This is how you make hay and straw. Or, I'm sorry, grass and straw all in one pass. So it depends on the equipment that you're using. I don't know if my equipment will actually do what I want it to do when I'm doing it this way. But the idea is that you collect the row and then you pick up the part that's not rowed. My neighbors won't mind. I need to get my side control panel set up so that I have a press one button to lift all. And then you're gonna lower this. You'll see how this works. I've done this before in my tutorials. Some of you don't watch those, so this is kind of a little tutorial on how to do why you have these weird modes. So the idea is you TED the inside and you windrow it, and the outside you just collect with a collection wagon or baler. So you have to collect first, and then you TED, and then you windrow. But that way you get an exact even amount of field that is, half of it is hay, half of it is grass, which goes to silage, and that makes it nice and even. The downside is that it's not more labor intensive, but you could also easily do the same thing by just cutting half the field and then doing the other half. So I don't know which is better, but it's fun to do it this way because it's why they gave us this work mode. But I don't see a lot of farmers using it. Unless maybe they don't have a windrower, so it just makes it easier for them to deal with it. But they probably, if you're a real farmer and you're doing grass work and you want it to turn to hay, you would do this on a nice day, and you'd go out there and you'd bale the grass or collect the grass, and you'd leave the parts that you have spread out across the field just spread out across the field, and they would dry and it becomes hay. In the game, you have to TED for that to happen, though I don't know. I've never actually tested it. I know with some different mods on the other farm simulators, after a couple days, grass will become hay if you leave it sitting out, but I don't think that's base game. So if somebody knows if it's base game or not, that's a realistic way to do farming. But like I said, I don't think it is base game, and I apologize for the puppies. We still haven't sold a single freaking puppy. We did sell one. I've got 7 left. And I'm feeling very defeated right now. You have somebody coming? Looking at how many? They might take all of them? Okay. We'll see if that comes through. I'll tell you what, man, there's a lot of time wasters out there. My wife and I have had at least 15 people be like, oh, yeah, we're going to come look at them. Awesome. And then, day of, they're like, oh, no, never mind. Get your hopes up, It sucks. They're really cute puppies, but we need to get them moving. It's costing me a fortune for the food. They are destroying my house. They've killed at least 6 or 7 of our lamps. Vacuum cleaners, 2 of them. They got my steam cleaner. They got the cable on my steam cleaner. They got the cable on our shop vac. It's like, what the frick? They do it like they'll get out or something. Like one of them will escape, and then they go chew it like while they're escaped. And we don't. Whatever. And so it's so destructive. Okay, guys, I'm going to get this finished. We're about halfway done. I'll be back when I'm done mowing the lawn, and we'll get the collection wagon out and start collecting this stuff. And then we'll TED it and collect the rest. So I shall return. All right, so I finished mowing my field, and now I need to collect my stuff. With the big collection wagon, which means I got to use this tractor again. Honestly, that middle-sized tractor, I'm not sure if there's much for that poor tractor to do. I could try using it with that collection wagon, but I think it's going to be too big. We'll try it. It's got a weight on the front. Maybe it'll be fine. Famous last words. All right, so we're going to pull in here. So I think I'm trying to plan for next year. I think the one that's going to become that wheat field, that's going to become corn. Behind the grass field is going to stay grass. So the corn will provide us our silage, and that other field will make us our hay. And then the big field in the back that has the sorghum, that will be our bumper crop field. So we can grow, whatever money-making crop that we want on it. Right now, let's see. I still need to have oats for the horses and chickens. Though if I save the sorghum, we'll have a lot of stuff for the chickens for a long time. Let's take a look real quick here. The horse has no food, yeah. And what do we have? The horse takes, I think, oats and hay. Hey. Let's take a look and see what they got. He needs... Oh, no, they can have sorghum, too. Okay. So we can use sorghum for the chickens, which they won't use much. And oats and sorghum and hay. Yeah, the cows need TMR. So, I say our horses, but it's really one horse. Chickens have no food. I might pack the chicken pen out. Because what's the point of having them if they don't produce a ton of eggs? Because the eggs are money. Once again, I don't think we have anything in here. We have our animal feed in the other one. Silo's empty. And this is going to be oats. That's going to be for the horse. But we could just use sorghum. I don't know. It's hard to know what to do. I'd rather just keep one crop, like sorghum or oats, and not both. So the sorghum can feed both the chickens and the horses. So I just keep that and then sell off the oats. That sounds like a plan to me. So anyway, we'll have a cornfield. I'm going to have to probably rent a chop harvester. We got a big enough tractor that we can do the front-loaded one. And we should be able to dump it into this trailer, actually. So we can go we can gather our grass, and we can gather our straw, and then we'll ted the hay, and then we'll gather our hay. And we'll have the ingredients for cow food. So we'll do the straw first, since it's closest. This tractor seems suitable for this task. I was worried that it was going to be too small, but it's actually seeming like it's the right size. All right. So I'm very happy with my Case tractor collection. Once again, this tractor, I'm still kind of finding its place in the world. It's a little on the small side for some of the tasks, but it's a decent sized tractor in general. But for this kind of stuff, it's great. We should be able to collect with it. We should be able to ted with it. Maybe even some cultivation. Though honestly, I think that with that big cultivator that we have, we're going to have to end up using the big guy. No? No. My wife just randomly said no. You said no to the bird? No to the bird? No bird. There's no bird. And then, once again, as we get into fall and winter, we can do some lumber. There's a lot of trees back here that could be cut down and sold. And maybe we can even buy, somebody had pointed out, and I thought you had to get the sawmill to do the carpentry, but you can actually just buy the carpentry and get the carpentry place, and you can bring the wood right to the carpentry place. So you may not be able to have access to all of the things that they do, but you'll be able to build some furniture. And then we can turn around and sell the furniture at the market. So that'd be kind of cool. So we'll have to save up and buy that. But I don't know, a couple, maybe 6 or 7 trees. I'm not sure how much lumber goes for on this map, so we'll have to see. But that might be a good thing to get into. A little side business. Beanie. Arthur's Amish Furniture. Except for I'm not Amish, so I don't know how that works out. I'll have to rename it Yoder's. I don't know. I don't know. I think the Amish are pretty prolific around the United States at this point. But the big populations, we have one of the largest populations here in Ohio. I know Pennsylvania. That's where the word Pennsylvania Dutch comes from, like the art style. It is an Amish thing. Definitely Ohio, Indiana. Maybe even Michigan have pretty, not booming, but pretty decent-sized Amish communities. And we have about an hour south of where I live is a huge Amish community. And everything is Miller or Yoder. That's the last name. And Holmes. That's another one. Holmes County. Holmes Veterinary. Holmes blah, blah, blah. But there's got to be at least 200 Yoder furniture stores. They're all different, like different families. It's just, this Yoder, that Yoder, and they all make furniture. And Amish furniture is really well made, of course, and it sells for a bundle of money. I mean, like, we're big bucks. Tables are thousands of dollars, and they'll last a lifetime. In fact, I've got a very simple Amish table that I record on. My computer's set up on this Amish table that somebody gave us, and it had to be $1,000 table. And this thing, it's got chips and scratches in it from the kids and the dogs and stuff. But I'll tell you what, man, this thing is bulletproof. The finish is ruined. It needs to be refinished, but it's bulletproof. It really is. All right, so we've got straw. I think the horses take straw. I am not sure, but I think they do for bedding. Let's find out. We'll drive through here nice and slow. Apparently not. Did they take straw? Nope. Base food and hay. So, no, they do not. I was completely incorrect. Okay, so who's next? The chickens definitely don't take straw. The cows, they pretty much will. I might need to add a little road in here. What happened there? I don't remember doing that. I'll have to fix this up. Sorry, guys. Oh, by the way, I will put a link in the description. If you want to download this farm with the equipment and a little bit of the work done from last week, I will make this public. You guys can have a copy of it. I don't mind at all. It's already uploaded, and I've given it to a couple people. But if you want to play along with me, on your farm and do it your way, but have the updates that I did, like the field owned and the cow barn. Now, you will have to have the mods that go along with it, obviously. It'll tell you what mods are missing, and you'll have to download those. But why am I not able to do this? This is not good. Frick out of my face. Got a gnat in my face. This could be a problem. Oh, hey, easy there. This could be a problem. Unforeseen consequences. I gotta find the trigger. Give me a second here. Well, I definitely am not going to be able to deliver it with this. I've tried. I can't. This is not going to fit in that barn. And I'm thinking the trigger might be in there. Let's go take a look inside real quick and see what kind of triggers they're showing. Sorry. My dog. Oh. She knows that I do not want her pulling on the screen. And so she stands there with her paws against the screen, and she slowly, inch by inch, pulls her paws down the screen door like. She just looks at me while she does it like, I'm doing this so that you let me in. What a freaking jerk. All right, so I'm going to have to get a hay spreader. First thing we're going to try is the mixer wagon. So let's go ahead and put this back into our silo. Because I'm going to have to, this is really important that we figure out how to do this, because otherwise I might have to buy something else. I don't know if we need a, I'm not sure where the trigger is. That's where the big problem is. So once I find where the trigger is, it's not a big deal, but that doesn't look like a good idea. We'll go around this way. But we need to find that hay trigger, so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to offload this into our facility, and then we'll grab the little trailer and come back and unload it again and put it back in to the mixer wagon. I'm just going to fill it up part way, and we'll see if we can't get. See, what I'm not getting is this little symbol here. Wait a minute. I'm not getting it here either. What the heck? But it's just working. Bizarre. Why isn't that? I should have a trigger saying, whatever. You guys know how it works. I'm so confused. I know, it doesn't take a lot. That's what I was saying that in her head. It doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot. So I think my plan for corn is not going to work, and the reason being, I'm realizing I need a source of straw every year. All right, so let's drop this here, and so I think that's not going to work. It was a noble idea, but I think that we're going to have to keep one of the fields with a straw-bearing crop. I could divide my sorghum field into two because it is huge. Maybe do half corn and half strawberry. Okay, so let's go put some straw in this and see where we are, if we can figure out where the trigger is. We need to figure the trigger. A lot of driving back and forth. I'll be back. Okay. Pulling under. We should be able to get some straw out. Yes. None of my triggers are working. What the frick? Okay. Start filling. Straw. That's good. 6,000 liters. We'll need more, but to start with, I don't want to overfill it. I guess, can we put it back in? I just want to see something real quick here. Yeah. See, now there's the trigger. So hopefully this will show us, like with the trigger, where it belongs. Where Bubba belongs. I'll be back. Okay, it's showing that it goes here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and overload this back into the thingy. And it's weird, I know, but it's I think what it's doing is it's probably going into one of these storage areas, and then the cows will have a little bit of it in the field. You should see just a smidge. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the collection wagon now and fill it up a bit with stuff from the field, or fill it up all the way, really, from stuff from the field, and see if we can't deliver directly from that wagon to the section that we were just at. Because I don't want to, otherwise I'm going to have to get some kind of smaller tipper or something to do it. The puppies want to come in, I think. They're all at the door, like pattering on the glass. I don't really want to let them in because they've been so noisy, but it's kind of crowded in here. Jeez. There we go. All right, so let's grab our hay wagon. Now, I'm thinking maybe the triggers aren't showing up because I believe this is a modified device, like it's from the mod hub. So I'm thinking that's why we're having weird issues with it. Because it should, those triggers that popped up, it should pop up, but they're not. So whatever. At least now we know where it is. Anyway, I may buy one more field nearby, simply because I do want to have a cornfield that we can use for silage. It just makes more sense than using grass. We're going to use grass this time, but for next year, I'd like to put some corn down and be able to chaff that. It doesn't have to be a huge field because we're going to do tractor chaffing, which will take a long time. That's a big process. So, you know, maybe at some point we'll be able to afford a forage harvester, but right now it's not going on. The fields aren't too expensive. I just don't want to run us into the dirt. And let's see, do we have a loan out? Can I do this and that at the same time? Yeah, I can. Okay. Oh. Usually the tractor keeps going. Loans, money. There we go. No loan. Sweet. It's there if you need it, which we always do. I love credit. And if you don't want to pay back, I'm so like the worst at credit. Anyway, so these tractors that we're using on this farm are all mod tractors. You're going to notice that as you go through. I don't think I picked a lot of the main, like, regular tractors because I wanted ones that were a little teeny bit different, like this one with the American style weight on the front. Because we don't really have smaller tractors with 3-point hitches here. Now the bigger tractors, some of them do, but we just don't. Most of our tractors don't have a 3-point hitch on the front. All right, that's all of our straw off the field. And you can see this, we'll use this to collect the chaff from the corn. You can see here, we can fold this guy forward. That folds down, and then you can have a chaff thing spraying in, so that'll work for our benefit. Is that folded? Yeah, it's folded. Okay. So let's see if we can drop this off. I'm hoping that we can. Once again, no trigger. But this is where the trigger was, so we're going to hopefully be able to do it anyway. No, there it is. Nope, I just didn't have it close enough. Okay, weird. That's it. And it's full, so. Whoa! I gotta find a different way to angle in there. I think if I go straight forward and then come and back up from there, it'll work. That was not a good angle. Whoa! Whoa! And we're gonna take this and drop it off. I'll be back. That's what she does. Babies wiggle. Yeah, edit. All right, so I'm heading off to my grass field to pick up the grass and put it in my fermentation silo. Fermentation silo. Unfold and lower. That tells me right there that this is a mod, because with the unmodded ones, you cannot start them until they're unfolded. I just started this and then unfolded it. So yeah, so we just grab our piles like this, and we'll get, why is it not? Oh, it's still bringing it in, okay. And we leave the stuff to the left, and then we'll come back and TED that, and then we'll merge max it, And we'll have nice hay and straw for our aminals. Hay and straw for the animals. That was a really bad Popeye impression. I'm sorry. Anyway. Okay, I'm going to collect this. I'll see you guys when I go to dump it into the bin so you guys can see the cool bin dump action. I'll be back. We're going to see how this goes. I've got the baby on my chest. She's snuggling and listening to the recording. And we'll see if she gets angry. She just woke up, so she seems to be in a pretty good mood, though. Baby mine, don't you cry. She's like, Dad, you're an old man. I've got an old man for a dad. A chubby old man. Oh, Lord, I think she might have just loaded that diaper. She farted for sure. It was like, I'm glad it didn't pick up on the recording. She's so cute. It was probably a really crazy bad idea for us to have a baby at me being this old, but Moni's young. And actually, it's been a lot of fun. Like, surprisingly, I've actually enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Alfie! The puppies, on the other hand, that's been a nightmare. Don't have puppies, ever. Run! They're good. The puppies are really well behaved. It's not like they're... Yeah, this has been a hard starting litter. We didn't have the money to get the stuff that we needed to do it properly. And then on top of it, the market crashed. Like, literally the week that she had the puppies, the market crashed. The puppy market crashed. So if you go on to, and I think I've talked a little bit about this, but if you go onto the web and you look up, like, puppies, you're going to see that on the sites that sell the puppies, the prices are slashed, like, hundreds of dollars. So, like, they'd be like, you know, like, whatever, you know, Welsh Cocker Spaniel, you know, or whatever, $800 now, $299. You know, it's like now $150 because nobody can sell their puppies. Everyone's trying to sell puppies and nobody can, and we're stuck in the middle of that, and that is not where we want it to be, but that's where we're at. So, you know, when we first started, we were like, hey, we could probably get $800 for these puppies. We looked online. Other Cocker Spaniel Dalmatian mixes were going for $800 to $1,000 a piece. But that's because COVID. But then now we have 20% inflation going on, and it's not a recession, but no one wants dogs now because they, you know, dog food. And I tell you, from somebody who's has to buy dog food every day, the prices have gone up at least 30%. I was buying Taste of the Wild, and it was $36 a bag or $38 a bag. It is now $70 for that same bag. I'm just like, you've got to be kidding. Now that is extreme because it's like high-end dog food, but like the regular dog foods have gone up a ton too. So for a while there, my Walmart had kept the prices the same, and so we kept buying stuff from them, but then they finally ran out, and then they raised their prices when the new batch came in. So it's just been... This is the wrong time to have puppies for sure. So now you might ask what I'm doing. I am actually, if you haven't done silage before, you got to get a little bit of leveling done. And so what I'm doing is I'm running the crop over to squish it down. It'll compact, and eventually we'll be able to cover it once we're done collecting grass, which we're almost done. So this is not going to produce a whole lot of silage this year, but it'll produce some. And it'll be enough for our cows for, well, it's going to be a month or two before this is ready. So I might give them a little bit of hay today, but we'll see. But anyway, the TMR is going to make our cows produce lots of good milk. We're also going to have to get some mineral feed oil if we want it to go really well. At some point, I might buy a silage compactor for this tractor because it makes it go a little bit faster. When we start dealing with corn, we're going to be producing a lot of this stuff. Hey, baby. Hey, it's okay. Hey. Oh, your daddy got you. Oh, she fell back asleep on my chest. She's so cute. She's a good baby. I think something might be rotten in Denmark. My wife just went out to smoke. Oh, Lord, don't leave me with this, please. All right, back to work. So we got that silage in. We're going to do the next layer with the rest of the grass. I think I'm not even halfway done collecting, so I'm going to say we're probably going to have 2.5 trailer loads of silage. Hi, Red. What do you want? Red's the puppy that we're keeping. What do you want? What do you want, Red? She's on my lap. We're trying to get up on my lap. Oh. Yeah, so anyway, there's that going on. So yeah, we've got kind of skunked on the whole puppy situation because it's like, it's the story of my life, you know. Hey, I finally got a product. Does anybody want it? No. Okay. All right. Everything I do, from my videos to my photography to everything, it's like super hot. I get into it, the market just dies, and then I'm left holding the bag. All right, so we're going to once I'm done collecting this stuff, we'll take a look at maybe one more field, and I'd like to buy it today because if I can get something with a good crop on it, we'll be able to harvest that crop and add it either to our sales or our food. This field next to me is tempting, but I don't know if it would be worth buying that particular field because it's got it looks like either potatoes or sugar beets. I mean, if we rented the smaller harvester, we've got the semi truck that can handle it. But that's going to be a big job. And it may, I know when I did it before, I tried, but maybe that wasn't, I'm trying to think if that was in hard mode. I did a sugar beet harvest on one of the maps that I was playing around with. And if I remember right, the cost of renting the harvester actually cost more than the crop was worth. I ended up losing money or breaking even. So, I don't know. And it was a large field. I mean, it was a several-hour job. But if you're using the rooster, that can actually go... And the rooster is that little... how do I describe it? It's the small one. It's the pull-behind one. The pull-behind one for sugar beets actually works pretty easily. The only downside with it is that it has to be emptied every, 5 minutes. Yeah, babe? You, shook my chair. Oh, okay. You must have bumped it. I felt like she was trying to get my attention. Hey, what did I do? I don't know. All right, guys. So I'll be finished in a little bit. I'll get all this stuff collected, and once I'm done, I'll pick you up when I'm ready to do my tedding. See you in just a few moments. All right, so we're working hard here. Hardly working. Collecting the goods. I think I'm going to divide this into another episode because we are at 38 minutes now of recording. I'm like, man, how did I get so much footage? Anyway, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys have a good weekend. Once again, be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up if you really like the content. Hey, man, throw me a tip. We have a link up in my forage harvester picture to PayPal, and you can send me a donation that way. Or if you want, I don't do a lot of Twitch streaming anymore, but you can still throw me your free subscription. It doesn't cost you anything. If you there's Twitch Prime, and you can send me that subscription. It gives me $5 a month every time you do it. And that's a free way to support my channel, and it gives us money. And I was able to pay my cable bill this month because you guys have done that. So don't forget about that. And my Twitch channel is VBLU Guitar. V-Blue Guitar. And I do stream about once a week, but we may be changing that as winter comes in. Sometimes during winter I stream a lot more because I have nothing else going on. So there's the chance of that happening. But anyway, be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, and chuck me a tip if you can. It would help us a great deal. So anyway, every dollar counts. Have a great night, guys. Be sure to subscribe, like I said, and we will see you next time on Spruce Mountain here in sunny Midwest America. Bye.